just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New England Patriots. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First down, Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down now, Samuel. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat? In every meeting with reporters this week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll run on first down. Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This from 42 yards out. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Side, Henry's got it. And he's got room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Running the jet sweep, Landry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Jones.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On 1st down, Samuel, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the give, this is Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They hand this off to Harris. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They'll try to left side. Harris. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Mac Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now the extra point. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They'll run on first down. Samuel. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Samuel.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Hurts. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for New England.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Harris. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll lead here to a third down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots on one play have taken the lead.
This time the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Trying to get it to Harvin, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Jones on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run on 1st down. Harris.
Big hole up the middle.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Eagles 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less
can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
95's Mike. What, 95? I know he ain't got it. 19 tight. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuel, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
On first down, Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that'll set them back 5. Back to throw. Jones.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run with Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first.
I know we don't like to admit it. We like to appear to be on top of every situation, but there's no way we expected that. They have the lead, and they pull the fake.
Well, I hit you on your leg under the table because I couldn't believe they were doing that. You're right, lead 4th quarter, but I guess they wanted a bigger cushion.
I guess so, but I guess maybe that is the beauty of it because there's no way they could have expected on the other side of the ball as well. They have the lead. They expect them to go ahead and kick it.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try to run with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Patriots 38, Eagles 28. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Samuel. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a give, right side. Harris. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run again with Harris.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Wide open receiver complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Hurts. Smith catches left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a total